We've been talking a lot about 3D sketching and design, but the real question is, will this replace what I'm doing in Illustrator? So there's been a lot of discussion about 3D fashion design. I've even done some videos about it, as well as some Browzwear tutorials. But for all of us who normally use Illustrator for sketching, you might be wondering, is 3D design on a software like Clo or Browzwear going to replace flat sketching in Illustrator? Good question. And my answer is, that depends. I think it'll come down to your business model and what your goals are. It'll also come down to whether you're working in corporate, you have your own brand, or you're a fashion freelancer. So if you're a student or a designer planning to work for an established brand, there are a few things you'll need to consider. 1, timing. 2, company size. And 3, company initiatives and vision. 3D design is still pretty new in the fashion industry. People are beginning to adopt it, but fashion is notoriously slow to adopt new technology. There may be some acceleration because of COVID, but there's still going to be a bit of a lag with most companies. So if you are getting into the fashion industry now, at the time of this recording, you'd still want to be sure you're well versed in using Illustrator. For any design job you're looking for, you'll still see people looking for that skill. I always recommend that designers look ahead and keep up with what's happening in the industry, but if you're looking for work right now, you still need to know Illustrator. I would suggest, however, that you learn 3D design. It's definitely coming. I mean, it's here. And you want to be able to learn it while you can leisurely do it, rather than when you're forced to and under pressure to learn it. The other thing you want to be aware of is that many companies are training their tech design departments to work in 3D, not apparel design teams, at least not at first. So many times the apparel designers are still handing off a flat sketch or a tech pack to the tech department. Then the tech department is making a pattern in the 3D software, and then the apparel design team is coming back into the picture to aesthetically approve the first 3D fit sample. So the apparel design team is still initially working in Illustrator to sketch their designs. This is a bit harder to predict, but overall, larger companies tend to have the resources to implement newer technologies. So if you're looking to work for a larger company like a PVH or H&M, more than likely they'll be adapting 3D design sooner rather than later. I know a friend of mine who currently works for H&M was saying that they've already started asking assistant designer interviewees if they know how to use Clo. This comes down to what the company's brand mission is and where it stands as far as technology. There's also a huge sustainability initiative behind using 3D. And so if that's part of the company's philosophy and even your own vision for the future of fashion, 3D technology is definitely something you want to explore. Also, if the company is based in technology, needs to be first or lead the industry, or really wants to make sure they're always working most efficiently, 3D is definitely something you need to learn and stay current with. If you're a fashion startup or brand, whether you learn Illustrator or 3D software or hire someone to do your sketching really depends on your business model and your budget. If you are planning to do all the designing yourself, whether you're doing that initially to save money or that's part of your business model, 3D can be a great option for you. You can design your product, have your first pattern, virtually fit the garment, even have a virtual fashion show. And both Browzwear and Clo will allow you to generate a tech pack. So if you need to send it to a factory for costing or production, you'll be able to easily do that. And there are freelancers out there who can do this work for you. If you're on a more limited budget, both time and money, you may want to consider using Illustrator instead. If you have to learn it yourself, the learning curve for Illustrator is much lower. And there's a very large pool of freelancers you can hire to sketch or create tech packs for you if you don't have the time to learn the program yourself, though the pool of 3D fashion designers is also growing. This software is less expensive and it will usually work on an existing computer. And if you need to work on the go, you can use Illustrator on your tablet. Currently, neither Clo3D or Browzwear will work on a tablet. Interestingly enough, if you want to hire someone or a company that offers 3D services, they will probably ask you for a tech pack or a sketch to do the work, so you'll still have to perform the workflow I mentioned earlier, which is using Illustrator to create your sketch, create a tech pack, and then hand that off to a freelancer or a company creating the 3D illustration for you. Now, if you're a fashion freelancer and you're really making this your business and supporting yourself doing this type of work, you need to know Illustrator, and I would strongly recommend that you learn at least one of the major 3D software programs as well. The demand for 3D designers is growing, and you want to make sure that your skills stay relevant so that you can stay in demand. 3D sketches won't replace Illustrator sketches yet, but it's definitely growing in significance, so you want to make sure you stay ready. Thanks for watching today's video. Check out the links in the description for some great freebies. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time.